Hello Virgo. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. And do keep in mind that I am not channeling by or through any spirit, good or bad. I am channeling through my higher intuitive self. And yes, that is possible. I also have, for some of you that may know or don't know, packages where I do help get rid of negative energies. So there's one specifically called the Holy Light Package. You can do that yourself. It's a self-help guide. So it is important. I just wanted to let you guys know that I do channel only through my higher intuitive self. And at the end, I do channel with the help of archangels, Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. This is for those of you that have been in a relationship. Could be a situationship. Yikes, a lot is going on. My goodness, a lot is going on. Very, very emotional, a lot of fear. Interesting how sexuality is right under love. Very nice alignment. And we have here, we have also a peekaboo card, compassion. All right. Followed by growth. Wowee, Virgo. A very intense connection. Oh my. All right, so we have here synthesis followed by doubt. Then we have love. After love, we have order, which I call order and chaos. Then we have grief, fear, sexuality, awakening, compassion, and then we have growth under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching pill. Oh, sorry, the overall arching theme. What am I saying, pill? The overall arching theme is growth. So I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Virgo, things between us have been wonderful, but sometimes even sweet and sour, sometimes bittersweet. When things are good, they're really good. And when things go downhill, life feels like hell. The connection that I have with you is extremely intense. Once upon a time, there used to be a lot of peace and harmony in this connection. But time has changed. Things have changed. And now I sense and I see that there's a lack of peace and harmony. I also feel a lot of doubt in this connection. There are certain things that have happened where I am doubting that you are who you used to be. I fear that you have changed now. You are no longer the same person that I once knew. But from my point of view, and from my heart to yours, I do want to tell you that I love you. I have unconditional love for you. True love, sacred love. Love that is just pure and that just exists. It's a constant. It does not change. I also feel very confused because there is a lack of understanding. This lack of understanding that exists, it envelops around me, all around me. I can't see the road, make a decision. I can't take the right path because there's so much confusion around me, a lot of clouds, a lot of fog. And therefore I stand still at this intersection. And because there are so much clouds, so many clouds and so much fog around, I do not make a move on any path because I'm afraid that I might make a mistake. I fear that I have already made a mistake before, but now I feel like I'm going to make a bigger one. And because of that, I just stay still. I don't make a move at all. But by me not making a move, it's upsetting you as well. And for this reason, I grieve. I do feel sad. I feel remorse and I feel regret for the things that I have said, for the things that I have done, and also for the things that I didn't say that I should have, the things that I didn't do that I should have done. I also feel, at this point in time, extremely nervous. There's paranoia, fear, anxiety. I do feel afraid of what may happen in this connection. Once upon a time, I used to be very confident. I had a lot of self-esteem. I was very secure. But things have changed. I no longer feel that anymore, especially when it comes to intimacy. It makes me nervous. Intimacy with you, I find you extremely, extremely sexy, very beautiful, very good looking, but it also makes me nervous because of the things that have happened before. And now I have come to my senses. I've had this awakening moment. I've realized certain things. I see things through your perspective now. I see things as though I am in your shoes. And that is when I realized, and I realize now, that I put you in a very difficult position. Life was okay before I came around. I made you happy, but then when things went downhill, I made things worse than what they were before. And so I have a lot of compassion for you. I do understand what I've done is wrong. And I know that things should never have turned out this way. So I do have compassion and empathy. Overall, what I want to do is grow with you. I want to learn more about you, what your past was like, what your plans are for the future. If there's anything that I can learn from you, if there's anything that you have that's deep emotionally, I would like to know that. Because time has gone by, and I realize now that I never really invested my time and energy and effort into learning more about you. Instead, it was always me, me, me. And now I realize that there has to be value in this connection, and I want to get to know you more. I want to get to know you better. All right, Virgo. Very interesting. There is the aspect of love. There is the aspect of the physical as well. Now, for those of you that wondered, why the hell did I say the word pill? I have to clarify this situation. This is not an intuitive thing, okay? So I have my niece. It's crazy. The world knows this now. Okay. So I have my niece. She's staying with my mom, her grandma. So I tell her to take my mom's blood pressure. So they take it. So they text me, right? I am terrible at multitasking. I cannot multitask for beans. And while I was saying the growth card, I was trying to tell her, texting her, I was trying to tell her, tell my mom to take the pill. And it was just strange because I cannot think and say those things. So I was thinking this, but I ended up saying pill. So there's no, please don't think that that was an omen. Please don't think that that was a sign. It could honestly be, maybe it was, but let me tell you, I was dealing with something else for a split second there. So sorry guys, sorry about that, but I just wanted to give you a heads up on that this is why I said that. This wasn't something that just came intuitively. All right, now that I have that clarified, what happened here, what I'm seeing, is 3 cards that are extremely strong. This energy is extremely strong. The Order and Chaos card talks about a lot of like stuck energy. It's stuck. So Virgo, you might notice that this person is not moving forward anywhere. Like they're not making any move. And part of the reason is because they are grieving. They're sad. They're afraid of losing you. But they also, at this point in time, after what they've done, they actually feel nervous. You actually make this person nervous now. And because they're so nervous, it's hard for them to somehow reach out to you. They don't know how. Some people do become extremely nervous. Their hands start to sweat. Their knees start to buckle. It happens. It happens. People have anxiety, panic attacks, right? So this person could get to that point, hopefully not. But it does show a lot of passion, and the intensity is a lot. That's what I'm seeing here. This person is like in the extremes, whoever you're dealing with. When they're with you, they can be like that perfect person for you. But then when they're not there, you wonder, can I actually just like not be with this person? Like, what's wrong with them? There's a huge, I'm getting the words hot and cold. There's this huge kind of, oh my God, that's the first time I've seen that. All right, guys, I'm seeing a planet in my mind's eye. I have no idea if this is Mercury. I don't know if it's Mercury, but it's one of those planets that's near our sun. And when it revolves, or not revolves, when it rotates, a part of it becomes extremely hot. And then the other part that's not exposed to the sun becomes extremely cold. And then it rotates, and then that part that was hot begins to crack on the other side, which is now cold. There is this hot and cold aspect that is breaking the relationship. And that is what I'm seeing right now in my mind's eye. It's as if whatever this person had, or whatever you were growing with this person in this connection, it is, the foundation is starting to crumble. That's what I'm seeing here. Well, in my mind's eye, that's what I'm seeing right now. That everything is not as solid as it used to be. Boy, oh boy, these visions sometimes are really different. All right, guys, let's have a look at what happened in the first place. I'm going to look at the Lover's Path Tarot. So the Lover's Path Tarot will show us if, well, not if, but it'll show us anything that has happened that may have caused the problem in the first place. This could be a small aspect of the issue in the relationship. So let's have a look at that. So why things went downhill in this connection. There you go. Okay. Queen of Cups. One card. Then we have the Five of Arrows. So let's have a look. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. There you go. So we have here, yep, how this person was overwhelmed by emotions that needed to be sorted out. Need to take control of these feelings. Disharmonious relationships. So, a while ago, things were different. We had a situation here where there was a lot of emotional mastery. This person had emotional mastery. They knew everything about what is beautiful. They saw things as beauty, intimacy, love. They were an expert in this, but even seductive emotions. And they were good at expressing their love, and they were also able to nurture others. But then what happened? Things started to change. Too much happened, Virgo. This person started to become overwhelmed by emotions. And these emotions were so much that their brain was about to short circuit. That's not what's written, but that's just me explaining it to you because that's how this person felt. It's like an oversurge of, oh, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing like, what is it? Like, I don't know. There's some machine, but I see wires and I see so much voltage going through that whatever this, like, I'm seeing like an old radio, a little rectangle little box with a dial on the side. What I'm seeing is that so much information is going there. It just kind of poof, blew a fuse, and I see a spark on the back. It just kind of blows up, and now I see smoke coming. So too much wonderful love and passion was going into this person, and they basically short-circuited. That's what happened. And it was just overwhelming. And the thing is here, it talks about overwhelmed by emotions, and these emotions needed to be sorted out. And that was the problem, because they did not sort them out. They could not sort them out. Here, what they wanted to do ultimately was take control of the feelings that they had. They wanted to take control of that because they were out of control. Remember the order card over here? You had that earlier, right? That card talks a lot about understanding things, about trying to bring things into perspective, sorting things out. Here we also have the 5 of arrows. Okay, let's have a look. 5 of arrows. Okay. The 5 of arrows here talks about a disingenuous surrender, defeat because of indecisiveness, paranoia, and dishonesty. Oh, good God. All right. How much time do we have here? Because this is going to take a while. All right. Yeah. Don't matter. For those of you that are learning English, don't say don't matter. It doesn't matter. Sorry about that. We have here a situation where we have the 5 of arrows. Now, you remember you had the fear card, right? The fear card talks about being afraid, having anxiety. It talks about being paranoid. Well, this card also has the same word, paranoid, paranoia. What happened here is this person was feeling a lot of struggle. They were not trusting things. There was a lot of distrust, and there was also a lot of arguments. There's a lack of trust in this connection that led to conflict. Now, what I'm sensing is that this person had a lack of trust from somebody else that they had met before you. They felt that maybe this trust may be broken, and they had fallen so in love with you that they were afraid of having their heart completely shattered and broken. There was a feeling of possible defeat or feelings of defeat. They wanted to self-protect themselves. Well, self-protection. They wanted to protect themselves, meaning self-protection, or caution. They were being really cautious in this connection with you. Why? Because somebody else had hurt them. Hurt people hurt people. But this person wasn't trying to hurt you. They were trying to save themselves from getting hurt. At that point, when things became very strong between the both of you, they started to feel discomfort. So they were uncomfortable. And they were struggling with a situation, which was this decision. Remember, they were feeling very, very overwhelmed with the feelings and emotions that they had for you because they were completely in love with you. 100%, 125%, 1,000%. It was so much that they became afraid that, oh my God, I love this person so much, and what if they do exactly what the last person did? What if they break my heart? It's not easy. Some people are rushed to the ER. Some people do many, many things to themselves where they no longer live on planet Earth anymore. Love can make you go crazy. It can make you do some good things and some bad things, right? This person was extremely overwhelmed. They're very emotional, Virgo. You are as well, but you have to keep in mind this person is extremely emotional. We have here disingenuous surrender. I sometimes use this example as when we're in a relationship and we are with somebody, sometimes we may just agree so that there's no argument. Or sometimes we agree just so that we can be on the same page with that person. Even if we don't think it's the right thing, we may just say, yeah, I understand. Even though you really don't and you don't care. But we do it to make the person happy. What I'm seeing here is that there was a surrender that was made, but it was disingenuous. It wasn't true. Somebody here said something and somebody accepted it, even though they truly did not accept it on the inside. And because of that, we have defeat. Because of indecisiveness. Somebody here was indecisive and somebody felt defeated. There was also a sense of paranoia, fear that this person had, that there was going to be the same situation and there was going to be dishonesty coming from you because it would hurt them more. Why? Because they are so in love with you and they are afraid of dishonesty. They can't tolerate it. Wow, Virgo, that was deep. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's have a look at the Beginner's Tarot deck. So these are any actions, any intentions that this person has towards you. So some of you may have been working with this person. You might be working with them still, or maybe in the past. For others of you, this could be a third-party situation as well. You have here, like I said, bittersweet. You have bittersweet cards here. With the Nine of Cups, this does talk about how this person has realized that you are their wish come true. They do wish for you. You are what they want. They already know what it is that they want, and you are that person that they want. Now we also have here the Three of Pentacles. Ultimately, this individual has realized, if you have worked together, they realize that they are falling in love with you, or that they are in love with you. We already know that. This person already loves you. But they're also realizing that they want to work on something with you and manifest and construct this relationship. They realize this. So they do have the intention, because this part of the reading I talk about intentions, actions, plans. Then we also have here the Magician. The Magician is somebody, the way I interpret the Magician, is somebody who wants to show you that they can give you everything that you desire. And everything meaning all the physical, all the emotional, every part of a relationship. So this person wants to be that person for you. And they're trying to manifest all of this into reality. The one thing that they're hoping for and planning on is if there was any problems that you had before, they want to reconcile with the Three of Cups. They want to go out, maybe with you, the both of you, to reconcile, to celebrate. Or it could be literally finding an excuse with other people, co-workers, colleagues, it could be other people, and just be in the same environment with this person. Like, this is what this person is hoping to do with you. Overall, the arching theme here is like Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups, the Four of Cups is an opportunity that this person feels that they've missed. And they really do feel that they've taken things for granted. A lot of things came into this person's life, and they never really valued it. Not that they took advantage, but they didn't value it. This is what this individual is feeling, that they had the time, and they didn't really look into the things that they had, and time passed by, things changed, and now they're seeing this. Like, what I'm seeing is that they want you, but they doubt love from your side. That's what it is. They love you a lot, but they don't know if you have the exact same true emotions for them. That's the problem. Yeah. So that's what's going on here. Do I see this person trying to take any action? Not yet. Not yet. I see a lot of mental thought, but there's not a whole lot of action. But the one main thing that they do want to do, they definitely want to reconcile with you, and they want to somehow take you out somewhere, have fun in the public somewhere. Could be somewhere where there is, greenery with a lot of people. That's what I see there with the Three of Cups. All right, Virgo, let's have a look at what the angels have to say about this connection. This person's like stuck in a dilemma. Right, let's have a look. Oh, yikes. Ah, not happening. Okay, sorry about that. Too many cards fell everywhere. All right, you got a topmost card, helpful people, then you have abundance. So helpful people can actually mean like your family or your friends. It can also mean people that have written documentation like resources, books, blogs, YouTube videos, things like that, where it can actually help you in your situation. We have abundance. You will be receiving abundance in the coming future. And you can receive this abundance by compromising. There has to be a compromise in this connection if you want things to work out. Both parties have to change a little bit. There has to be a little bit of an adjustment for the both of you if you want this to work out, Virgo. If you don't want it to work out, then let go, like the card says. Let go. There will be success. All right? What I'm getting here is some of you may want to connect with this person, and that's fine. But what the angels here are saying is that one day in the coming future, you're going to be talking to some people, or you're going to be listening to something, and it's going to make sense to you. And you're going to be receiving intuitive messages from the divine. The divine is connected to you. It's kind of like a Wi-Fi connection, like an upload and a download. Okay? So when you make a prayer, kind of gets uploaded into the cloud, then it comes back down with a response. That is your intuition. Okay, that's your soul speaking. The soul is connected. And your soul speaks to your spirit, which is your body. So you have that little conversation with yourself. You have to listen to your intuition. And sometimes you have to turn everything off. And you need to give yourself at least 10, I'm getting the number 12. 12, okay, 12 minutes is good enough, I guess. I'm getting the number 12. 12 minutes is good enough for you just to kind of turn everything off. Just sit somewhere comfy. And just think about what it is that your issue is. And tell in your heart, talk to the divine. Here we talk to the angels. We don't pray to angels, but we can request from angels through the power of Jesus and his Father. They work for the divine beings, so it's like a hierarchy. So you can intuitively receive messages. You will receive messages. But the only thing is, you have to have that mindset. If you're super duper busy, always on the phone, always on the screen, watching whatever it takes, like we're always busy these days, right? You won't get the time to listen to that voice in your head because somebody else is already overwhelming your senses. I'm getting a vision. Tea time. Tea time. Whenever you have some type of tea time, do that then. When you have tea time, don't go on your phone. Don't watch anything. Use that tea time as the word nurture I'm getting right now. You're nurturing yourself. You're taking care of yourself. Use that time as your little break time when you are reflecting, self-reflection. All right? That'll be good for you. I'm seeing this in a vision. There's two things that I just saw. Here we also have compromise. So a little bit of adjustment needs to be made from their side as well as yours. And then both of you can meet in the middle. If they're expecting you to completely change, that's not going to work out then. This connection will not work out. Or if you are expecting them to completely change something, like change their workplace or environment and move somewhere else, that sometimes is not possible either. Both people have to adjust. Now we also have here a timeline, a year from now. This doesn't necessarily have to be a year. It could be less than a year. You will be receiving intuitive messages by looking for a sign. You will receive and understand intuitively, like your intuition. You will be able to see certain things and understand certain messages that you'll be getting intuitively plus through other people. Now, I know it sounds weird, Virgo. Whatever you have been doing when it comes to contacting this person, please put that on pause. Put that on hold. They are saying here to let go of this person, let go of the habit, let go of the situation. You need to start focusing on yourself, listening to your intuition. That is when you're going to be successful. Because when you let go, you're pulling away that energy, and that person feels the lack of that energy in their life, and they miss it, and they want it back. And then they come fast and furious, hoping to have a second chance. That's what I see here. And with this card, let go, it's a huge strategy. This is what we call the no contact rule. But the angels talk about this a lot. And for some strange reason, it bloody well works. But it's hard, I know. It's hard not to ask how they're doing, or maybe text them, or maybe hear them text you, right? It's like your heart just leaps thinking about, oh my gosh, are they going to text me back? Been there, done that too, right? I totally understand. However, letting go of the person, letting go of a belief, letting go of a habit, let go of those things that you know may be repeating and they are not really causing any positive outcome. They are not bringing you anything positive. So if that's not happening, try a different strategy. Try something different so that you can trigger a different response from this person. We cannot keep showing somebody that we love them. This person already knows that there is love here, but they're just afraid that you might do something that's going to hurt them. All you can do is once in a while let them know that I'm here for you if you need to talk. That's all they need to know. You need to give them their space. You need to give them a little bit of time. But you also need to show a little bit of interest as well, because this person also feels like the person that they were with before, they feel that you were just like that person. They don't feel that you are like that person, but they're afraid that you are like that person. They're hoping that you're not like that person, but you are what they wish for. Remember that. My dear Virgo, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. Do let me know in the comments below if any of you resonated with this. And of course, there will be success under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. There will be success once you kind of follow the messages as they come. All right, guys. You all take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys again. Bye now.